Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, after this very long day, I felt that it is very important to discuss about the recent Bitcoin crash, which I don't think it's a big crash. It's more like a consolidation. However, it is very important because after it broke out of a very important bull flag, now we are back to the middle of it again. And I want to talk about what that means and why this is happening and what we can expect. Because some people are already screaming crash and run and short and so forth. Others are saying that we should long it because the bull run is still not over, or the mini bull run which will last until the middle of the year or until the Q3. The reason this is happening is very simple, and I'm going to show you that. So first of all, let's check Bitcoin's price, and obviously we'll check also Ethereum's and eGold's. And honestly, regarding eGold, I do have some very bad news regarding trading analysis, but we will get there in just a second. Bitcoin just went above this bull flag, broke the resistance, came back to 23,172. At Ethereum, only difference is that this is for me a triangle and it's not a bull flag. Also fake out, not so good, not too bullish. However, as you can see, the support of this triangle really stopped the price and it didn't let it crash. That is good news. It means that we are still in a very big chance that this triangle will become bullish if it breaks out to the upside, and we still have this 1800 price prediction or price target for it. However, as you can see on the chart, and if I just make it bigger, we also have a very big resistance because unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum didn't break out of this big downtrend. We are still there, and that is what is not promising. And as usually, Ethereum shows the way. That would mean Ethereum not breaking out of this big downtrend, that this is more like a fake rally or a rally which will turn around very quickly, and it will be harsh again for people who are caught off guard. And I'm talking about people who are longing with high leverage, who don't use stop loss, who don't manage their risks. So watch out for that. Okay, let's go forward and discuss a bit about eGold, because eGold is not in the best position trading analysis wise. And I was checking the chart lately and I just went back in this downtrend. Let's see what is happening, what we can expect. As you can see, if we go again with this big downtrend, and I have a lot of trash here, but just try to look at this green big trend line, and eGold broke it. Okay, we can say that eGold broke it. However, it didn't recover that much. It didn't touch again here, which is good. However, it is still doing lower lows. To break the lower lows, we would need a higher high, and that would be the first indication that eGold's price wants to turn. Now, additional to that, you can see that we have rising wedges, and this is since the Cantina Royale release. Rising wedge, fall, rising wedge, fall, and now we are again in this rising wedge. Now, what worries me the most on this 4-hour chart is the following. As you can see, after this last breakdown of Bitcoin today, actually, we broke out of this rising wedge, and it seems that we are confirming the downtrend. This is not good. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, this is not the best. It seems that eGold is gonna go back to the 39.40 levels. I think that is a very important key resistance. At least $40, I think, is in the cards. Except if Bitcoin turns around, except if the FOMC meeting, which is my next point, seems to be or turns out to be positive. Now let's discuss why this is happening and why we could also go bullish. As I mentioned just 2 seconds ago, the FOMC meeting is happening this week, but not only, because there will be other indicators updated, like the jobless or initial jobless claims, which also indicates how many people were laid off or how many people lost their jobs. But the most important is the rate hikes, because that is happening this week, tomorrow at 11 o'clock GMT +4, which is 9 o'clock Romanian time and 7 o'clock UTC PM, obviously. Now, the forecast is that they are going to raise by 0.25%. If that would be the case, I think we are bullish. And I think that this crash today, this small downturn, this small correction, this consolidation is the market pricing in the 0.25% hike, because after the 4.5%, I think we are there, 4.1 or 4.5%, which we endured the last year, like full last year, I think 0.25% is not as severe anymore as it was the first or the second time. Now, if they say that, okay, the CPI was good enough, that the inflation is truly going down, then we will not raise. That will be very bullish. That would mean that, okay, we are gonna go back to the probably 30, 40Ks. That is where I would expect Bitcoin's price, and also there will be a rally in the stock market and the indexes like S&P 500. However, and this is the most important part, if they raise by 0.5%, if they respect or they go through with their promises that these rate hikes, these last ones, because this is one of the last rate hikes, they cannot do this for a long time, meaning that they have another half a year maybe or 3/4 of this year to hike the rates. They will need to be very hawkish. They will need to be very severe, and they just need to crush the economy in order to bring down the inflation. Because as I said many times, and that is only my conspiracy theory, I think next year the economy needs to be restarted because the presidential election is coming and they need money for the campaigns, and a lot of politicians are pressuring or putting pressure on the Fed, because otherwise they will not have money for campaigns, which is usually coming from sponsors, which are the oligarchs, the companies, the big corporations who are giving money in order to have some good strategic entries or positions in the next 4 years. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking. I do think that this year we will still see a recession, but I am not 100% sure that in this quarter we will see a big dump. I do think that until, I don't know, June, we might see some upward movements, but after that, we need to crash in order to transfer the wealth from the impatient to the patient, because that is what's happening with the recessions and, crashes and growth and so on, so on. So yeah, that is my thesis here. Let me know in the comments what you think, and also hit the subscribe button, because it is very important to subscribe. Otherwise you don't support this channel. Just saying, okay? You should feel bad if you watch me and you are not subscribed. Take care. See you in the next one.